A lot of people think living in this kind of a luxury accommodation, you gotta have no worries. Well, that's not the case at all. You can't have a beautiful place like this without having worries. Mind you, this is not as nice as my last home, but I couldn't keep up the car payments. 59 Chev I had. I gotta admit, back when things was going good, I sure spent a lot of money on wine and women and wine. But I also wasted a bit of money, too. Mind you, I wasn't wasting nothing else. I was giving my shirts away. My used shirts, I give them away to the Salvation Army. Yeah, they cleaned them, and I'd buy them back at 35 cents a piece. Yeah. I kept thinking I was going to make my fortune, with my invention, the talking washing machine. After the wash, the machine automatically tells you where your missing sock is. But I couldn't get a patent on it. So when that fell through, I was getting desperate, So desperate, I sent in my obituary to the newspaper. Once it was printed, I sent out copies to everybody I owed money to. By the time they found out I was alive, they'd written me off already. Dying doesn't bother me anyway. No, back when things was good, I got a great deal on a previously enjoyed casket. With a silk lining. The undertaker guy says, you got to get the silk. He said, with the rayon, your arse will be showing through in no time. What's worrying me is not that. It's what's happening to our culture. I start worrying about it every year when it gets to be March, and I start thinking about Christmas getting close. Like last year, a bunch of us geezers was over at the shelter. We was all sitting around a roaring fire, which was pretty damn scary. They don't have no fireplace. Once we got the flames under control, we was all sitting around there waiting for Alastair Sim to come on in Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. But Alastair Sim did not come on. Some guys in Hollywood, they took over the movie and they remade it and they dumbed it way down and gave it the perfect title for a Christmas movie, The Turkey. Imagine what other makeovers is coming. Some American guys now, they took over the Montreal Canadiens, the hockey. And they got the Montreal Expos and the Alouettes. Americans has got hold of Eaton's. They got hold of Tim Hortons. They got Laura Secord. This woman who used to be a great Canadian patriot. As soon as them Hollywood guys get their mitts on her, she'll be as American as a Lion King. Laura Secord, America's Dairy Queen. As unpredictable as her chocolates. She's plain. She's semi-sweet. She's bitter. She's half raisins. She's half nuts. She taught her cows how to sing and dance to distract America's enemies. Well, I've had enough of this cultural thievery. I'm hitchhiking down to Washington, D.C. to protest. Yes, I'm on my way to Washington. To demonstrate in Washington. I'll raise our flag. I'll praise our flag. I'll wave it proud and free. I'll buy it when I get there and save the GST.